Hey guys, Link264 and welcome back to Let's Play Fallout New Vegas. First of all, sorry this episode's late, but I'm recording it on the Saturday, obviously the day that it's been uploaded. This was Friday's episode, but I didn't have it recorded and I've been very busy. Well, I say I've been busy, I haven't been here to record it, I've been away. But I'm back now, so yeah. Right, Muggy. Upgrade holotape received. Upgrade parts production functionality. Supply of energy cells, microfusion cells, and scrap electronics available once per day.
Oh, please tell me you brought me some coffee cups.
Oh, here, take whatever you want.
Oh, sweet fulfillment. I'll break these down for you just as fast as I can.
Processed coffee mugs and dishes. 5 coffee mugs removed. 10 wonder glues added. 15 empty syringes added. Okay. And what's it telling me to do now? What's it telling me to do? Find all the audio samples for the jukebox. Go on then, we'll quickly do this because I think this is going to be like one of the last episodes for Old World Blues. And I've done so much already of the optional side quests per se. I might as well do this one as well, Anna. Now, as it is Saturday, and I didn't know this yesterday, or I didn't know this Thursday, which is when I would have recorded Friday's episode. I have a bit of information, or I have a bit of news, I should say. But I'm not sure if I should save it for a vlog, but then I'm pretty busy today anyway, so that's probably not a good idea. So what I'll do, yeah, I'll tell you now. I'm in the process of getting my own desktop. Not sure, well, I pre-purchased it. Someone's selling it, someone that I know is selling it. My fiance's uncle, actually, is selling their desktop. And they said they want 20 quid for it. So obviously it's not going to be the best fucking beast of a machine. I've not seen it, I don't know anything about it. The only thing that I know is that the tower cost him 90 quid. That is literally all I know. So once I've got the desktop I can like have a look at it, tweak it, whatever, see what needs to be done, see how old the motherboard is, see how old the case is. See what the GPU, CPU's like, because I do know how I can get, well, I do know where I can get an i7 pretty cheaply, but that depends whether or not it can take an i7. Ah, there we go. Opera singer. Yes, I know that. Is there another one in here? Seems so, yeah. So yeah, I know nothing about it except the tower cost 90 quid. Which ain't the cheapest of towers, but it's not the most expensive either. Ah. Ah. What did that say? Giant tarantula? Fair enough. I think this last one's out, isn't it? Yeah, this last one's outside. So yeah. Obviously that's not going to affect the Fallout LP, because once this is finished, well, this hasn't got long to finish, let's put it that way. So there's no point in me moving everything over to the desktop for a few episodes. I'd say this has got 10 episodes left. Well, that's without knowing about the next DLC. Oh, where am I supposed to be going? But yeah, that's without knowing about the next DLC, because obviously I don't know what the DLC is. I know what it is, but I don't know what it entails, because I'm doing it blind and all that good stuff. So yeah. That's a big door. Freaking. Requires key. What? Why does it require a key? What the hell am I supposed to do here then? Huh. Okay. Well, let's just do this then. I tried. So yeah, finally probably be able to get my dual screen monitors set up. And like I said, I don't know how good the desktop is. I'm guessing it's not fit for gaming. I'm not sure what operating system it's got on it. It'd be really fucking helpful if it had XP on it, because there's games I want to do that are for XP only that won't work on Windows 7. And I've been waiting a long time.
Your penis-tipped feet tromping around.
Been waiting a long time to do that LP, but we'll see.
Did you retrieve the technologies yet? We need them, as I have indicated.
I'd be honoured if I could hear any knowledge the think tank had to share on the sciences.
Why, yes. We are filled with the knowledge you speak of. If you wish to know more, simply ask the others. They can help you.
I've recovered all the technological information.
What? You did? Your survival, let alone success, barely registered in my projections. Now, all I need to do is check my transmission databank. Mobius is always filling it up with his psychotic calls. Oh yes, there's the schematics, just like you said. How truthful.
Do these technologies have the information you need?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yes, what?
No. I mean, yes. You just need to analyze these technologies for a moment. They are extremely advanced, you know?
Do you even know what these technologies do?
I know how these technologies work. Of course I know. If you remember, we described them in clearly abstract, contradictory statements before. Why would we do that if we weren't certain on how to use them? Yes, so let me... a bit. I'll figure it out.
Look, the antenna focuses brainwave patterns, right?
Yes, that's what I believe I said.
And the suit's a cardiac regulator, and the sonic frequency is a spinal vibrator.
I've got it. The cardiac regulator in the suit, the antenna for brain waves, and the sonic frequency for the vertebral nerves.
Yes?
I'm thinking. This is all very complicated. Let me check something. Of course. I have it. The override sequence to open the Forbidden Zone door is hidden in the schematics. Well, not hidden. It's actually right there, behind the programming equivalent of coffee stains. It's embedded in what seems to be recursive code. It's badly commented there and there. Oh, and null pointers very sloppy, Mobius. You see, using the antenna to boost the emitter's sonic frequency, and the stealth suit to bypass the Forbidden Zone lock, yes, that could work. Was that my plan? It must have been. Sometimes I truly surprise myself. The door is open, and now Mobius will get his.
Don't these items seem more biologically focused than that, though?
Biological? Ridiculous. I mean, technically, these items could all be used to put you back together once you had your brain. But for now, they can be used in the name of aggression. The door should be unsealed. Now, instead of being subjected to threats, we can now send an equally threatening message to Mobius. And that message is science. Deliver this message, and Big Mountain shall be freed from Mobius's reign of terror. You can go now. That's your cue.
Okay. So, where am I going? Haha, I'm going up there. Well, that's actually very helpful for me. Oh, God.
Ready, steady, fighty.
Why am I moving so slow?
You're no match
Does
for
that feel better?
Sting them in the name of all. This is Mobius. Stop that. You'll damage the hull.
Please take this. I don't want you to die.
Destroy this one. I'll make more. Destroy this
Bad
one.
guys dealt with.
Why am I moving so slow? Am I broken? No, not really. Huh. Alright, whatever. So yeah, there's LPs I want to do. Oh, for God's sake.
Uh-oh.
Violence.
LPs I want to do that are
Injecting
not compatible with 7 or Vista. Of course, yes, I've tried all the things that I can try. I've tried fucking virtual machines, I've tried Windows XP mode and Windows 7 Ultimate, I've tried a lot of things, let's put it that way. And the one game I've got to work don't work correctly. There's at least 2 games I want to do that I can think of off the top of my head.
That's all.
Right, well, at least this place is open now. Yeah, there's at least 2 games that I can think of off the top. 3 games that I can think of off the top of my head. Oh no. Okay, let's try that again, shall we? So yeah, at least 3 games that I definitely know of. Holy shit!
Please put on your goggles and take your rad X now. The X-42 giant robo
We're all lit up. Is it Christmas?
Awaken my pet. Initiate your search and destroy protocol in the name of all that is Mobius.
I'm gonna try and disable this motherfucker.
It looks like the target drones got activated and... Oh, how cute. They're engaging the X-42 giant robot. This is a pre-recorded attack message indicating my...
Look how much XP, man! They're not gonna do a whole lot, are they?
Time to fight.
X-42, attack in the name of Mobius.
See, I'm only in caution. I'm sorry if you can't see, but obviously...
X-42, attack in the name of Mobius.
Yes. What did that do? Ah!
Well,
This is a pre-recorded attack message indicating my desire to commit violence on you.
Well, it's practically raped them. There's nothing up here. Ah, that's lovely. Like I say, I'm really sorry if you can't see, guys, but I'm trying to do this without my Pip-Boy light on, so... yeah. Yeah, he's lost. Have I got any plasma grenades by any small chance? No. I do have this. So 105, that does 111, so why would I do that? Let's just see what other little things we can do, if we can do anything.
sneaking done. Fighting now.
What the hell is that? Oh, I wonder if there were a snow globe in this.
Fighting over.
Because there were one in not Dead Money, the other one. I can't remember what the hell it's called. Not Old World Blues, because that's this. Honest Hearts. There were one in Honest Hearts in the shop thing, wasn't there? Well, I do see a terminal over there. Just in case you can't see it. Because I know the videos come out darker than I can see them, and it's pretty fucking dark at the minute. Ah! Turrets! Saying that, I don't even think I need to... I'll just do it anyway. Right. Precision! And the turrets will be on. I'm guessing they'll do quite a bit of damage. Seriously? I thought it took it out then.
This is a pre-recorded attack message indicating my desire to commit. This is a pre-recorded attack message indicating my desire to commit violence on you. Crush them with your pincers.
It's really not doing a whole lot, is it? But there's something in there. Emergency shutdown terminal. Oh, bollocks! They may do that. Well, that's one hell of a final boss, I'll say that. Oh! Oh! Initiate emergency shutdown.
This is Mobius, Dr. Mobius. We're initiating some kind of emergency test shutdown. In 5, 4, as in forbidden, 3, as in tree, 2, as in two protest, 1, as in none. Oh, the emergency overload is initiating.
Well, that did it. Didn't kill it like, but that did it. And there's the audio sample. Oh, I'm not. Yeah, it's finding samples for every little thing. I'm not doing all that bollocks. Not doing it. Right, now we can have a little quick look around before we go through there, is it? Yep, through there. Damn it. Damn it. Damn it! Oh, I didn't say that. Probably because I was in the fucking dark. You wanna drink some wine? No, I don't want no
We're all
wine.
lit up. Is it Christmas?
Oh, it's Christmas, baby. It can be Christmas whenever you want it. All the scrap electronics that have been in this, man, I'll never find this many scrap electronics again. Right, let's go confront them.
I'm running out of floor space for my calculations.
Yo!
Hmm? Oh, hello there. You are there, aren't you? Forgive my confusion. So hard to tell these days. You seem familiar somehow. I'm guessing, you're here for your brain, perhaps? It's just up there. Such a nice brain, young, very bright. Little hard to see you. Can you walk into my left, right FOV cone? Ah, that's it. You're coming into focus nicely.
Is that better?
Depth perception is a problem with this old monitor of mine. Went black a while ago. That's old age for you. Should look at getting the visual nerves reattached. It's just that the right eye would see the wrong things. The flying tortoises were the worst. Would you care for a mentat?
I'll save it for later.
I love mentats. Delicious and smarty. I have all sorts of amazingly science-terrific thoughts and ideas when those chalky tablets are zipping through my biogel. I forget them all not long after, though, especially with the data constipating my memory core. Afraid binary streams might shoot out my chassis. Had to start using the dome floor and walls here to inscribe equations, although I've somewhat lost track of where they start and end.
Okay. I've defeated your giant robot scorpion. You're next.
Whoa, did I leave that on? I thought I'd powered it down. Was wondering what was causing the power outages.
Yeah, exactly what I was expecting.
Really? That implies preconceived notions, theories, and a hypothesis about this meeting? Please extrapolate. What was I supposed to be like? After all, it might be worth a cognitive realignment if your theoretical Mobius is better than I.
I need my brain back.
Do you? You seem fine without it. And does it even want to go back with you? Maybe you should ask it. It's quite independent, has all manner of opinions. Tell you what, I'll leave it up to your brain. If it wants to go, then fine. If not, well, you should respect its wishes.
I was curious about some things.
Oh, curiosity. I experience that less now that I know everything. Or maybe it was when I found out some unpleasant answers.
I can't fix your monitor, but if you're getting ghost reception, I can fix that.
The ghosts aren't real? That changes everything. Why, I can save my computing power for other perceptual impossibilities. Please be my guest. The receptor is there, and the side-switching wobbly bob, just turn that. Good, good, better. Oh, yes, that feels wonderful. This is even better than my afternoon mentats break.
Why did you steal my brain?
Oh, a variety of reasons. You're something of a homily. Anomaly? You're really quite special, and not in the cranially challenged way. You see, you are the most successful brain extraction experiment ever performed here at Big Mountain. A victim of your own success, as it were. If you were to go back with what your brain knows about the procedure, well, your brain could be popped back in and you could walk right out of here. Can't have brains moving around of their own volition.
Why is that a problem?
I'm not sure, except that I'm sure there's a very good reason for it. I have very good reasons for almost everything I do. Even if I forget them occasionally. Although I feel this one is especially important. Oh, well.
Okay, enough. I'm here to kill you.
Oh, intriguing. I've never been killed before. Although, after that time I got that phlegmy discharge in my biogel, I wished I had been. Well, if there's going to be killing, I defer to your expertise in this matter. How should we begin? Engineering viruses, cancerratic beams, atomics, electrocutioning? Or should I summon my minions? Yes, my minions.
I'll try something like I did your giant piece of junk downstairs.
Oh, now you've done it. I feel a twinge of regret over that little mistake I left on. Minions, destroy this intruder! Or perhaps make it more dramatic. Minions, to me! Oh yes, that's quite a bit better.
Sneaking done. Fighting now.
Alright. No, I don't want that.
This will keep you on your feet.
Ah.
This will keep you on your feet.
What's that noise? Oh, is he fighting me as well, is he?
Injecting impact. Does that feel better?
Okay.
Does that feel better? Please take this. I don't want you to die.
No, go on then. Don't shoot again.
Have a stim pack.
Come on then. I'll tell you what.
Have a stim pack. Was that all?
That works. That works very well. Right, let's get my brain.
Well, well, look who finally dragged themselves in out of the wasteland. And where have we been, Crawling through pits of radioactive muck again?
Are you my brain?
Ah, lovely. Figured that out, have we? Would you like a cookie?
Why are you such a dick?
Well, that's a fine how do you do. Me, quote, dick, unquote. As if I'm the one responsible for the way you carry on gadding about the wastes. I'm not the one that makes us clamber around Technus-infested ancient vaults or go charging off to New Vegas on missions of ill-conceived revenge. And have we forgotten who got us shot in the head and buried in a shallow grave? Do you think I enjoyed that little moment?
Of course you're responsible. You're my brain.
I most certainly am not. I'm the seat of all reason and logic in our little partnership. All those feelings that motivate you, that sense of righteousness and that rush you get when you help someone, do you know where those come from? Glands. They come from glands. Free of the tyranny of your ape-like and primitive endocrine system, I can see how foolish your motives are.
But you're the source of most of those glands. Unless you're arguing that my thyroid is to blame.
Well, look, It's all a very complex system of biofeedback and other things I wouldn't expect you to understand.
Admit it, you're just as glandular as I am.
Oh, all right. Perhaps I am, but at least I'm logical about it.
Don't you want to be reunited? I thought you'd happy bit back in my head.
I'm not going to lie to you. The prospect is definitely not that appealing. Look at it from my perspective. Here I have peace, quiet, and safety. Well, barring the odd rogue scorpion. In your head, I've got poison, radiation, grisly injuries, and biological functions. Do you know how much more you can get done when you're not constantly looking for places to urinate? It's quite a lot, I can tell you.
But what about the good things? What about a cool breeze on your cheek, the smell of food, love?
Overrated biological feedback. Believe me, you only feel that way because you've got all that meat. Oozing hormones.
Isn't it just as true that you only feel this way because you're lacking those hormones?
I suppose you're right. That does call certain assumptions into question, doesn't it?
So we're in an impasse. You can't feel what I feel, and I can't think the way you think.
Indeed. Quite the conundrum. How do you suppose we resolve it?
I think we have to trust each other and acknowledge that we aren't complete if we're separated.
I suppose there might be some advantage to that, yes. There's a chance that the reintegration would create some improved synergy between us.
So what do you say, Brain? Join me for some more wild adventures?
Well, I suppose you've convinced me well enough. I'll rejoin your body if that's your final decision. Unfortunately, before we get to that stage of the proceedings, we have a problem. Even if I could settle myself back in your skull and reconnect all those pesky nerve endings, Dr. Mobius doesn't have the tools here. We would have to make use of Dr. Klein's lab, and I rather doubt the brains are inclined to share.
Why? They promised to put us back together once I did what they wanted.
And you believe them? Really? I know you were recently deprived of my fabulous advice, but... Really? Once I'm delivered into their clutches, they'll find a way past the radar fence and the whole Mojave will be their playground. And that is assuming, of course, that one of them doesn't take a fancy to our body and decide to slip his own brain into it instead.
What's so bad about letting the brains get out? They don't seem that terrible.
Don't seem so bad. They vivisected us just to see what would happen. Have you forgotten the lobotomites? The cyber dogs, I assume you saw those. Imagine that kind of science spread across the entire Mojave. Every man, woman, and child we've met reduced to a lobotomite. Is that what you want?
You're part of me. I know you don't want to let that happen any more than I do.
Well, I suppose I do miss those endorphin rushes when we save the day. All right, what's the plan?
If the think tank won't hold up to their bargain, we'll make them. Let's go.
Right. Look out, think tank. This brain is coming out of its jar. I suppose now that we're reunited, you'll want to fill your torso up with those other meaty parts the think tank took from us. Personally, I think your upgrades are quite a bit better. But now that I'm with you, the Sync's autodock can plug them back in no problem. Right then, off we go. Klein will be in for a nasty shock when he realizes the pacification field won't work on a mind and body reunited.
Your brain added. Nice. Do I want my original stuff back? I mean, these are upgraded, better functioning things. That's a huge fucking thing. So do I really want my own crap back? Huh. I don't know. I suppose it would be nice. Hey, Muggy. I think I'm alright, to be fair. Dr. Klein awaits. Make sure you're prepared to finish this once and for all. Yep, I'm ready. Oh.
The lobotomite returns. Our lobotomite. Has Dr. Mobius been denominated into scrap metal and voice module parts, as we hoped?
I found my brain. Now you and I are going to settle things.
I recommend watching your tone with me, lobotomite. Now, your brain. Hand it over, or we'll extract it again.
I'm not handing my brain over. There's some things we should discuss.
And what could we possibly have to speak about? You have the brain, we have the technology. All you must do is surrender. With it, we can finally leave this place. I cannot tell you how boring this place gets, chopping up the landscape and everything in it. And we have so many questions to ask your brain first. About this Mojave place. A fertile testing ground for our experiments.
You think I'm the lobotomite? No, for my skull houses the brain of Mobius.
That is the most insane thing I've ever heard. There's no way Mobius would condescend to step inside you. Besides, there's no way such a thing could be accomplished. It's impossible.
Nothing is impossible for science. Mesons, lasers, atoms, brainwaves, all are at my command.
You speak the truth. And the decibel variation in your voice, it is Mobius. How dare you breach the think tank? And what do you want here?
I offer a deal. Stay here, stay put, and I'll let you live.
That's no deal at all. There's a whole world beyond the crater, filled with ideas and possibilities. We could have escaped, seen it all for ourselves, tested it, prodded at it, made it squirm.
I will permit you to do this for me. For me.
Partner with you? My foe? My rival? My foremost critic? I have a strange sensation that I would like that. How odd. Very well, partner. The think tank is at your service as long as you do not destroy us.
That's great.
As it had been in the years before the Great War, Big Mountain, the Big Empty, became home to one of the brightest minds of the 23rd century. The courier watched over the Big Empty for years to come, caring for it and keeping its discoveries safe until they were needed to help others. Which had always been Big Mountain's purpose. Past the laboratories and science, it had always been intended as a place to build the future of all mankind.
The Sync Central Intelligence Unit was impressed by the amount of exploration the courier had undertaken. Facilities believed lost, destroyed, or ones that had simply gotten up and walked to new locations had been rediscovered by its intrepid new master. Internally, the artificial personality debated as to whether it preferred the old management to the new, and concluded that the courier's thorough approach to research and investigation was admirable and worthy of its respect.
The Forbidden Zone continued to be, true to its name, forbidden. No more robo-scorpions were sighted in its canyons. Big Mountain became even emptier, devoid of Dr. Mobius's proclamations forecasting the destruction of anything that dared possess sentience. Still, it is said he lived on in the equations inscribed on the floor and walls of the Forbidden Zone dome. A cobweb tracery of symbols that told of 1,000 brilliant thoughts, now lost to time.
The Sync atop the dome bustled with the voices of a small town, constantly chirping, arguing, and snarling at each other. Still, this all happened productively in the interests of its new owner. The Sync Central Intelligence Unit discovered, despite its inversion code, it was comforted by the sense of community the other personalities gave it.
The biological research station, obsessed with seeding everything in sight, requested a transfer to the X-22 Botanical Garden, so that it might, in its own words, sensually fertilize the garden's smooth contours. The garden sent back a polite refusal, saying it had prior commitments with a vault it had helped infect before the war.
The book chute continued to devour all seditious materials until it nearly choked on a paperclip. It adamantly maintained it was a Chinese paperclip, and the whole thing had been an elaborately orchestrated assassination attempt. Whatever the reason, it slowed down for a while, carefully appraising each document and clipboard that came to it.
The light switches continued to bicker and flicker.
This persisted until the day someone dropped a flashlight in the sink, and the two of them united in their hatred of the showboat. One of them eventually transferred to the Lightwave Dynamics plant and began a long, unrequited affair with one of the holograms.
The sink continued to ruthlessly scrub any particulate matter that came near it. Eventually, it gained access to the magnetohydraulics plant and nearly flooded all the big empty in an attempt to scrub the crater clean. Once it learned of the innovative toxins plant, however, it gained new purpose. It sought to develop antitoxins to flush into its drains and counteract the poisons bleeding into the soil.
The toaster continued its psychotic spree, reducing all appliances in range to scrap electronics and spare parts. After one of its more psychotic episodes, however, the other Sync personalities decided enough was enough and dumped the toaster in a bathtub. Sparking and hissing, the toaster swore its enemies would rue the day when they had bread and no way to toast it.
Muggy did his best to collect coffee cups, although in his quest, he accidentally trapped himself in Higgs Village. It might have been the end for poor Muggy. Except, he found it peaceful there, tidying up the kitchens of the think tank professors back when they had been flesh and bone. Well, except for Dr. O, who was an asshole for having created Muggy in the first place. Muggy left O's house deliberately dirty, punishing the dishes and cups that lived there in blind revenge for serving Dr. O.
Blind-eye old Jefferson eventually discovered a new sound. Silence. It only made him more filled with the blues than before. It was rumored by the other personalities that he had a brief fling with the light switches. Although he forgot their names much too often and was soon left in the dark as punishment.
Autodoc, always gentle and methodical, kept sewing up the courier in all the right places when the skin split open from repeated wear and tear. The Autodoc was just glad to have purpose again. It heard its simpler brothers and sisters who got shipped to the Sierra Madre were bored out of their skulls in that toxic dead city. In time, the Autodoc found a way to deactivate the Y-17 trauma harnesses, releasing the corpses they had held prisoner for almost 200 years.
As the courier ran through the X-8 facility multiple times, the computers analyzed the test subject's movements. Rather than performing a superficial observation, they realized the subject barely knew what communism was, or even what a high school was. This confused them for a time, until the facility finally realized that its research had succeeded. So it let its cyber dogs out into the wastes to help protect small communities from physical aggression rather than communist propaganda.
The infiltration program in X-13 continued to scan for the subject and the stealth suit prototype long after the test was over. Frustrated and unable to find its lost technology, X-13 expanded its network of laser tripwires, sensors, and robo-brains out across Big Mountain. This glittering blue light beam forest cleanly bisected anything that entered its depths, slicing them into small segmented parts for easy disposal.
The courier, organs intact, continued onwards, a little less heavy of step, but with all the organs in the right places, as they should be. After all, brains can develop a life of their own when left to their own thoughts, and the courier's brain was more clever than most.
Dr. Klein and the think tank remained alive, unaware of the world outside. They looped through their daily routine, none the wiser about the world beyond, although perhaps wiser was the wrong word. The world outside belonged to the courier, and if anyone would shape it, well, the courier had already called dibs.
There is an expression in the wasteland, old world blues. It refers to those so obsessed with the past they can't see the present, much less the future, for what it is.
They stare into the what was, eyes like pilot lights, guttering and spent, as the realities of their world continue on around them.
Science is a long, steady progression into the future. What may seem a sudden event often isn't felt for years, even centuries to come.
In the times following the Second Battle of Hoover Dam, however, old world blues took on a new meaning. Where once it was viewed as a form of sadness, nostalgia, it became an expression describing the potential for the future.
It can be easy to see science as evil, technology unchecked as the source of all ills, all misfortunes.
With the courier at the helm, science became a beacon for the future. There was old world blues, and new world hope. And hope ruled the day at Big Mountain.
We could say more, but the stories in the Big Empty speak for themselves. Now armed with the transportal Ponder, the courier could return to the dome at any time and crack open the secrets of the Big Empty one by one. The Sink sat vigilant, waiting for its master to return, shoes covered in Mojave dust. Only one road yet remained, and it was one the courier had to walk alone.
I've lost the brainless perk. I've gained the big brain perk. Big brain. Your brain is back in your body, but some of the advanced technologies remain. Your head still cannot be crippled, but you are only 10% more resistant to addiction now. Surprisingly, your damage threshold has improved by 10%. Huh. You've acquired the Big Mountain Transportal Ponder. It's capable of transporting you and you alone between the Mojave Wasteland and Big Mountain. To return to the Mojave, I'll go back to the Big Mountain, simply equip it as you would any weapon, pull the trigger, and away you'll go. Note that it will only work in it won't work in interiors or in combat situations, and it's totally incapable of harming your enemies.
Do you know what the word proletariat means? Do you know what that makes you?
Very good.
For a communist.
Very, very good. Right, let's get out of here. Right. Transpondulator thing. Is it on MISC? No, it's not on MISC. Ah, it's there. There you go. No! Well, yes, guys, that's all World Blues completed. Just one more DLC to go. What's it called? Oh, I've crashed. Well, that's a perfect time to end the episode anyway, so I'll see you next time, guys. Take care.